Okay.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
We have Brad here who's super excited to be doing live with me. He's a super big planner, so we do not plan these shows a whole lot. So we're going to wing this today.
It's killing me.
And tag some friends. Joanne, Misty, let's see, what other realtor friends do we have in here? Kish, Jeff, who swears he never watches our show. That's not nice, Jeff.
Unless he's hosting it.
Right, exactly. Scott,
Jim.
Oh, there's Jim. All right, that should be enough.
Oh, boy.
Every time. There we go.
There we go. Happy Friday, everybody.
Looks like we have 5 watchers already. Yay, look at that.
Welcome to the Nicole and Craig show. As you can tell, I'm not Craig.
We were trying to come up with something not boring today, but it wasn't happening. So we're going to go over CRMs today.
Real quick, try and keep it from being too dry.
Yeah. I actually asked Brad, what are you an expert in? And he said CRM, and we all know I like CRMs too. So that's what we're going to do today. So which way are you going?
Oh, going
this
from
way?
5 down to 1. We got to follow the normal
All
Nicole
right.
and Craig
All right.
strategy. So,
Hey, Susan.
item number 5. If you have clients that you're working with, you've got to enter them into your CRM. Even if you have an Excel spreadsheet or something like that,
Yes.
you got to put them in there. You're losing out on opportunities if you're depending on solely your memory.
So for newer agents, what is a CRM, Brad?
It is a contact resource management system. It's a database where essentially you keep track of all of your clients, their phone numbers, their email addresses, any notes that you have about them. And essentially, like if you need to follow up with somebody in a week or so, just put a little reminder on there, update the notes, and it keeps track of all of that. That way you have everybody's contact information in one place.
You are not going to remember everybody you're working with. We all know this. You are going to write things on little pieces of paper and stick them in your book or lose them in your car or whatever, and you're going to lose money, essentially, because you don't have everybody in one spot. That's really what a CRM's for.
Yeah, you're going to be losing out on opportunities that could pay for that next vacation, for your next mortgage payment, for your marketing plans, payment for that next flip or rental that you may want to be doing. So it could have very long-term effects on you, and not in a good way if you're not keeping track of your contacts in a CRM.
There's that word plan again. Brad and I are both planners. We both like planning.
Oh, yeah.
Did everybody see my janky Band-Aid here? I scrape myself all the way from here up here with a stupid staple. So.
And they need to see your sweater.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shout out to Shannon Steiner. That says resting Grinch face. So we need to tag Shannon in this video when we're done. Please let Shannon know that I wore that sweater just for her today. So,
I wasn't aware it was a sweater kind of show.
I didn't tell Brad because he's not
didn't do that.
Craig. So no, I'm just kidding. I wore it at the last minute because I realized it was our last show until the holidays are over. So I'm kind of excited, sort of, that the holidays are coming. I don't know. I can't get into the mood.
Yeah, poor Craig. He couldn't wait for the year to be done. He just got out of town.
Right? He's like, I'm going to Vegas. Peace. All right.
Item number 4. Put everyone that you have in that CRM on a drip campaign. You need to be forefront in everybody's mind when you're working on clients and prospects. And in order to become the person that those people think of when it comes to real estate, on average, you're going to have to touch them at roughly 30 times before that happens.
And this is what I always say in my team, the realtors, I say we're in it for the long term, not the short term. The realtors who call somebody 2 or 3 times, they're like, oh, this lead gen isn't working or whatever. Guys, when you get spam calls all day long right now, are you answering every single one of those calls? Probably not. So you have to touch them that many times, truly, to get somebody to contact you back.
Absolutely. So you get lucky once in a while where you get somebody where you only have to talk to them a few times. In the first 5 homes they find it, it's like, okay, this is the one I want. It doesn't happen majority of the time. I have people I've been working with for a year and a half, and they're finally getting ready to make a move.
Yeah.
You just got to be consistent.
This market's tough right now, man. People, they get beat down because they submit 14 offers and none of them gets accepted. I just had one last night who got beat out. She had the highest offer, but she needed closing costs over asking. They were worried about appraisal. It's like, you just never know in this market how it goes. And so people are going to fall off. They're going to come back. But the only way you're going to get them is if you have someone in a drip campaign and they keep coming back to you.
Absolutely. Item number 3, make sure everybody has a reminder or there's a calendar reminder for you to follow up with them. It's another way to keep people from falling through the cracks. If you only have like 100 people in your CRM or in your Excel spreadsheet, it's pretty easy for you to go through and make sure you're keeping in touch with everybody. When you get to have like 1,000 or more, that gets to be a bit more of a challenge. So make sure, especially with your high value prospects and clients, make sure that you are keeping in touch with them. And you can make sure you do that with either reminders or you put like a little calendar notice on your calendar, and hopefully you're using that to keep track of your schedules.
And here's the thing, do it, guys. The biggest thing is, you can't, everybody's like, oh, they don't want to talk on the phone, blah, blah, blah. This whole, it's social and texting and everything. That's not true. Not in our job. People want the people connection. So you need to pick up the phone, hey, Tracy, and call people that you aren't in spirit with, Nicole. It was my fault, Tracy. I didn't tell him. I really didn't. We should put that garland around you over there by Peggy, so you'll be festive. We should get Peggy on the show because she has a super cool mask. She would die and kill me, just so you know. That'd be great. But hey, Angie. She's giggling in the background.
You definitely want to keep following up with those people. And there's actually...
phone calls.
Yeah, and there's phone calls, texts, emails. And you got to make sure that you find a way to keep on top of all these for a way that works for you. Because the way that works for me may not work for you, may not work for you. So for me, it's a combination of reminders and little reminders on my calendar. Because I've got a lot of people in my database, and I've got 150 plus reminders I need to keep up with. So I got to hire somebody to help me keep in touch with all of them, because I need to stay current, because I don't want these opportunities slipping through the cracks.
Right. And it, like, the worst thing is somebody you should have followed up with like a month ago, you call them and then they're like, oh, we're already under contract at a house. Yep. And literally you just like want to punch yourself in the face because you knew it was on your calendar to call a month ago and you did it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Those are the worst.
Yep. Item number 2, update your notes for your contacts in that database. Just having them in there without actually using the database is a waste of time. Yes. And like I had said, when you actually get a lot of contacts in there, you're probably going to have to hire somebody else to kind of go through and keep up, because you're not going to be able to keep up with all of them. And they're not going to be able to do their job effectively without actually having all of the notes in there. So either you need to keep those updated, or your assistant needs to keep those updated, or your other team members.
Dude, like the worst thing is like if you call somebody, you forgot to put the notes in and they're like, we already had this conversation like a month ago. And you're like, oh, yeah, I remember you. You're my client. Yeah. No, it doesn't work very well. When you call and tell them the same thing you did, 3 months ago or whatever it is, and you just didn't update your notes.
Yeah, perceptions means a lot in this industry. And if they perceive you as unorganized and you don't have your act together, they're going to go jump ship and go with somebody else.
We all know. Remember, this is the biggest purchase any client ever makes in their whole life, right? They want to feel like they're your only client. And when they don't feel like that is when they start clicking that button on Zillow, on Realtor, and finding somebody else because you messed up and called them 4 times and told them the same thing.
Yep, exactly. Numero uno, using that info in that CRM. Keep in touch with all of your past clients and current hot clients. Send out birthday cards for clients that you've closed on. Send out anniversary cards on the anniversary of the closing of their homes, whether they were selling or buying. Keep up with texts, emails, keep active in social media. Keep in contact with all those people. I love this business and this industry because I love developing relationships. I've got some great relationships out of some amazing people that I've gotten to know over the past few years. Absolutely love it. Some other people, obviously, they're just kind of like, okay, this is just purely business. That's perfectly fine. But some of the actual friends that I've developed from this, absolutely love it.
Thanks, Brad.
Yes.
He meant me, just
clients,
so you guys know.
Clients, other agents, other vendors in the industry, title company, inspectors. I mean, for extroverts, this industry is outstanding. Me, I'm more of an introvert with a little extrovert. And I love all the friendships that I've developed here. It's been outstanding.
I guess question to you is, did you send out Christmas cards?
I'm actually working on sending out calendars, so I should have that finished tomorrow.
I sent out Christmas cards. Nice. This time of year, everybody should be doing something, whether it's in December or January, New Year cards, whatever it is. You know, pop buys for your clients, like your hot ones, your best ones, the ones that refer you people, all that kind of good stuff. Those are the ones you want to take care of at this time of year so they are recognized and you keep getting those referrals. Like I have one that I just got a listing for and I was asked the assistants to hold their card because I was going to send them something in it. And I was like, oops, they're like, if you told us yesterday, I'm like, crap. So now I'm going to have to send them something to their house. But, cause that's like the 5th referral I've gotten from them. So you have to take care of those people that are helping, you do that. Oh, I heard about that, Angie. I heard about you're not the only one. You're like the 2nd or 3rd person I've heard about that with the Christmas cards.
Oh, and thanks, Kevin, by the way. Appreciate that.
So, do what you can. Remember, there's always places to get calendars or all that kind of good stuff. And it doesn't mean that they're going to keep it. It doesn't mean that they're going to use it. It just means that you need to be top of mind. And that's another way to be top of mind.
Yeah. I sent calendars out. Last time I did that, I was getting texts and Facebook messages from people like, hey, Brad, I've got you on my refrigerator. It's like, nobody's ever been there.
You did for a calendar?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, I got...
hey, Craig.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. Build relationships, keep front of mind, and using the CRM is a huge part of that.
All right, I think that's it for today. We are going to pretend that Brad is Craig right now because we are not...
Except better looking.
Peggy says except better looking.
Okay.
Craig, I hope you heard that from Vegas.
I can't grow facial hair. Craig can.
But I think like there's guys that need facial hair and there's guys that don't. You don't need facial hair. Craig needs facial hair.
I think he's a good looking guy even without facial hair. He looks a lot younger.
Yeah.
Without facial hair.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll debate that later. But oh snap! See, thank you, Angie. Peggy for the win. Ryan Steele says.
Nice.
All right, guys. So this is Merry Christmas from the Craig and Nicole Show. We will not, or Nicole and Craig Show. Damn, how did I say that wrong? Yeah, don't tell Craig. Shh. We will probably not be doing any shows till after the 1st of the year, so everybody can enjoy their holiday. And we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, or Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Okay?
Bye, guys.
All right, bye, guys. Thanks for watching today.